This is the Simulation Football Minor League, live on YouTube. We are in the Great White North, Ottawa, Canada. Welcome into the broadcast booth with Tyler Falk here on Play-by-Play alongside, well, he's my statehood friend, but not so much friend as far as our team rivalry goes. It's Mickey Malolo, the kicker out of Minnesota. Mickey, how are we doing tonight?
Tyler, doing great. Glad to be back in the booth with you after a very long time. And I gotta pose a question to you because I posed it to your owner over there in Indianapolis. What is a rambler?
A rambler has to do with the pistons of a motor vehicle. The rambling motion that they make.
And now I know
what's a Sasquatch? I don't think they even exist.
We're just legendary.
I see. But back here to the SFL Minor League, the Cavalry, unfortunately, their last two games at home will be the last two games they will play this season. 0-6, they are officially eliminated from playoff contention. Meanwhile, a couple things go their way. The Madison Lynx can clinch another playoff spot in their illustrious history, looking to make it back and maybe add another SFLm championship to their belt. As we get set for kickoff, the Lynx will kick it away to the Cavalry here in Week 7 of Season 7 of the Minor League here in the SFL. And here we go. We are underway here in Canada. And the red and slate of the Cavalry get underway. Good return here by Ryan Davis. He gets it all the way up to the 26-yard line. Out comes Tyreek McCall, the quarterback for Ottawa, and it just hasn't been a debut season for McCall this season, partner.
No, it hasn't. We've seen Ottawa's offense struggle. I think one of the keys to them is coming out and firing on all ramblers, we'll call it, and being able to score heavy in the beginning of the game and just let their defense do what they do best.
Maybe you can have a legendary performance and buck the trend a little bit as the handoff up the middle gets all of a sudden blasted backwards. There'll be a loss of one from the tailback Dwayne Salmons, as getting into the backfield is the middle linebacker DJ Woods for the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a great job by Woods, just being able to read the play and get in that backfield for that 1-yard loss.
Similar looking formation, however, there is one extra wide receiver here from Ottawa, and we'll get starting lineups here in just a second. Passing play here for McCall, pass right side, caught, turning upfield to the 31-yard line. That was the receiver Iniguez, and it'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming.
And that was a great route by Iniguez right there, just going on a little bit of a 6-and-out route there, being able to keep his feet in bounds good, making this more of a 3rd and reasonable here for the Cavalry.
Back to the line they come, 3rd down from their own 31-yard line. Trips off to McCall's right. Looking to throw here is McCall, looking far deep down the middle. It is caught behind the defense. There goes the receiver inside the 40, down to the 29-yard line. It's Henry McGee.
What a stretch by McGee there. Just a great post route over the middle. McCall saw him all day wide open. Was able to get it over that defender into McGee's hands, being able to pick up that big play. That's what Ottawa needs to do at the beginning of this game.
After quickly flipping the field, go into a single back ace look here on 1st 10. McCall, swing pass near side here for the tailback Salmons, and he's brought down quickly at the 27-yard line. And let's introduce you now to that starting lineup for the Cavalry offense. Quarterback, of course, is Tyreek McCall. Halfback is Dwayne Salmons, with the wide receiving core led by Henry McGee, Ryan Davis, and Darius Iniguez. Tight ends are Azami Mahata and Abad Ruiz II. On the line in the trenches is the tackle Ray Arnold. On 2nd down, another trip set here for McCall. He looks to throw, pass right side. It's a nice little out route. That'll be 1st down yardage up into the 11-yard line.
Ryan Davis there on the catch. Great job just going around to the outside, being able to pick up the 1st down. It looks like Ottawa's offense is rolling this game to start it off.
They come 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line, so it isn't 1st and goal. Press coverage on the sides. Shotgun look here for McCall. Looking for the pass. Looking right side. Caught. Touchdown. It's the tight end, Mihara.
Azami Mihara there, just doing a great job. The original route was coming in through and just before the goal line, turned around, turned it upfield, able to cross the plane of the goal line to put 6 points on the board for Ottawa. Now, we're looking at Eric Jacobson coming out for the PAT here. Ottawa's first time leading probably in a couple of weeks here. Snaps low. Kick is up. And it's good. Put another point on the board. What a great opening drive for Ottawa there. 7-0. Cavalry. Going to be kicking off to the Lynx.
I think my tech issues continue. But I think I'm back. I think we're just about set here for kickoff. If I am there, I have the ball on the tee and going up in the air here in just a second. Is that about right, partner? Am I back online? Is my Missouri connection all back to being okay?
Yep, kick just went up and away, partner.
Cool, we are set. We are right back on track. Hello, everybody. We'll talk about more of the tech issues here in just a second, but not after a good little return here from Madison. That's Dylan Lewis. He gets it up to the 31-yard line, and that's where we'll see Switch Thumper come out, and he's had a spectacular season. And on the flip side of the coin, compared to his counterpart, he's now tied for first in terms of passing touchdowns with the Lexington quarterback Moore. Power eye look here from Madison to get things going. Hand up the middle. Good blocking and plenty of room to rumble for Shepard Vakarian. And Vakarian is all the way across midfield and down at the 39.
Vakarian there just going right up the gut, finding a hole big enough for a Mack truck to get through. He just saw open field and he says, I'm going as far as I can and you're going to have to put up a roadblock.
Excellent blocking downfield, but excellent vision. Looking to go left of the line, switched it back to the right, and then just followed his blockers from there. From the 39-yard line now, second play of the drive already in Ottawa territory. Trips, a bunch set off to his left. Pass goes that way, back to Vakarian. This time the defense corrals him near the line of scrimmage. Yard game for Vakarian as we get you back introduced to the Madison Lynx offense. Of course, we've talked about Thumper, the quarterback, Shepard Vakarian, the halfback. Wide receivers are Chris Sunsery, Joe Beasley, and Dylan Lewis. Tight ends are Ron Haynes, the two-way player out of Florida, and Jimmy Foster. On the line of the trenches, it's John Smith, the guard. So another run play up the middle here for Vakarian. Vakarian gets taken out at the 32-yard line, a pickup of about 5 on the play.
And that's something Ottawa's defense is going to have to look out for. Shepard Vakarian is an absolute weapon for this Lynx offense. They're going to have to find a way to contain him if they want to stay in this game.
Go ahead, partner. My Midwest connection is getting used to being in the Midwest now.
It got used to the time change, huh?
Supposedly.
Well,
it's not as legendary as your connection.
Well, it's definitely going to ramble on to make sure that we can watch this game together. So, Madison's up, 2 wide to the left, swing pass to the right to Vakarian, catches the ball, picks up 4 yards on that. Vakarian there tried to stiff arm a little bit, but wasn't able to get past the defenders. Going to be 2nd and 6 for the Lynx coming up here.
That'll give us time to introduce the Ottawa Cavalry defense. On the line and on the defensive side of the football, Ralph Leopold is the leading defensive tackle, along with Logan Thornburg, Tommy Welbeck-Bussey, and Dusty Kilbrew. Those are the linebackers. Roy Towers and Kippa Jones are the corners, with Matt Bryan, J.J. Winfield, and Devontae Moore at safety. Nifty little spin move from the backup tailback, Zane Beard. That gets all the way up to the 13, and it's another Madison first down.
And I believe that was the first play so far in this drive for Madison where they have not gone to Vakarian. I guess they gave him a little breather here, but they are still utilizing their backs, starter and backup, to definitely their full potential so far in this drive.
3 wide here in 1st and 10 from the red zone. Back to pass. Thumper looking middle. It is caught. Touchdown. Madison respond immediately. Chris Sunsery picks up his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Great job by Switch Thumper, now taking over the league in passing touchdowns. Just finding his receiver just in a great post route there to pick up 6 to potentially tie this game pending the extra point.
A solid drive, which started with an excellent run from Vakarian, ends with a TD pass from Thumper to Sunsery. Out comes the kicker, Johansson, try and tack home the extra point. Snap spot kick is up, and it is good. And it will be a tie ball game. 7 apiece here midway through the 1st quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League here on YouTube. And if you're new to the SFL or SFLm, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. These strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. Turn gets all the way up to the 26-yard line. A decent little return there for Ottawa. Out come the Cavalry to start their 2nd drive. And we mentioned at the top of the show, partner, Ottawa needed a spark to begin the ball game and needed a spark to keep up with Madison. They did that, just that there on their 1st drive.
They did a great job on that 1st drive. Let's see if that spark is still going and it doesn't fizzle out here on the 2nd drive for them.
Offset single back behind McCall, the quarterback. Wide receivers dot either side of the line. Ball looking middle, but one of the tight ends, that is caught by Mihara. He drags defenders all the way to the 42-yard line.
What a job by Mihara to be able to get possession of that ball. Mihara was just covered there. He had a defender right over him. He was able to stretch and reach in a weird angle to pick up that ball and drag 2 links for that 1st down.
Comes the Cavalry back to the line. 5:06 go here in the 1st quarter. The handoff up the middle, nothing doing. Brought down immediately by Phillips, who has had himself a season to remember. 12 tackles, now that's number 13. 10 of them have been behind the line, and 5 of those 10 have been for sacks.
And that tackle right there was for no yardage, so you have to put that into his statistics too, because that's just great to be able to stuff the line of scrimmage like that.
Pass here, looking deep, middle, caught, found the hole in the zone, and Iniguez comes up with another big catch.
Just a great catch. I don't know what Cavalry did over this past week, but they definitely talked to their locker room, talked to their receivers. McCall caught him in stride. He was able to catch the ball, turn upfield. Took a big hit there by the defender, but was able to retain that ball and pick up a huge 1st down and get into Madison territory.
Now McCall goes back under center. This time, no one behind him. 4 wide receivers in the pattern. Gonna look to throw. Looking over the middle again. Another wide open receiver, and they'll go right back inside the red zone again.
Well, there may not have been anybody in the backfield, but their back was split out there. That was Dwayne Salmons right there, and nobody was covering him. He was wide open to catch that ball to be able to get into the Madison red zone.
I don't know what Ottawa ate this morning for breakfast, but they said 0-6. Let's try and put a crooked number in that win column, boys. And they have come out on all cylinders, all Ramblers firing.
I want to know if they have a legendary cereal like Wheaties up in Canada.
All middle, caught, spin move. Will eventually get him up to about the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming.
That's the first time we got to see tight end Abad Ruiz, the 2nd there, catching the ball, giving Mihara a little bit of a break. but just a great job. Cavalry, their offense is doing everything they can right now to be able to keep themselves in this game and play spoilers to Madison.
Nicky, go ahead and call this one.
You got it. We got 2 wide to the right from McCall. Hand off to Salmons. Going off guard. Gets stopped just beyond the first down marker. Picking up the first down for Ottawa to the Madison 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Ottawa. 2 drives for Ottawa. 2 solid drives here for Ottawa. And they're now in striking distance of the end zone to regain the lead.
Little run puts them at 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Handoff. Salmon's got a gaping hole for him to gallop through, and he gets to the 2.
That was the free safety stepping up there. Roscoe Jenkins being able to stop Salmons 2 yards before the goal line, saving a touchdown run there.
Second and goal now here for the Cavalry offense as they beginning to knock on the door of the end zone. Coverage backs off a little bit. I wonder if they're expecting a run. 5-step drop pass, Salmon's right side. Easy walk-in score for the Cavalry, and they're back out in front.
Great job. That swing pass is working well for Ottawa today. Just found Salmons. The Madison defense was just pushed back. He could just stroll into the end zone from there. I don't know if Ottawa had their Wheaties or if they ate a lot of poutine before this game, but they are really on all cylinders right now, and they are showing Madison, we're not going 0-6. We want you to fight to get into the playoffs.
Spot kick is up. It is good. 14-7 Ottawa. We take the lead. Visit the all-new league website presented by Football Shift at simulationfl.net, featuring all the league highlights, photo galleries, playoff and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more. The all-new league website, simulationfl.net. Back underway here in Canada. Turn, trying to bounce it out to the right-hand side is Lewis, and he's taken down at the 25. A few extra whistles. Off and yes, unfortunately, the return man is still down. Lewis, that's a big blow for this Madison offense.
Oh, that is definitely unfortunate. Dylan Lewis, a 2-way player out of Denver, on the return duties. As you see, he takes it at the 5-yard line. Coming up, looks like he was trying to do a spin move, but Matt Ryan just hit him right in the back for the tackle. Let's just hope Lewis is okay and can come back in the game.
We'll bring you an update as soon as that becomes available, but for now, that means Madison are down one of their top wide receivers, and so they only show one here in the formation after the injury. I'll try and go left side. Out to another target there for Madison. That's a good pickup of 7 to man who got the touchdown in the last drive, Sunseri.
Yeah, just a great route there. Down and out route for first down, picking up 7 yards. It's going to make this 2nd and short here. And even if they don't convert here, it still makes it very, very manageable 3rd down play.
Goal line eye here for Madison. ISO up the middle, going left side again. Excellent vision from the tailback of Arcarian. He's done that multiple times already early on in this first quarter.
Yeah, just a great job by Vicarian. Just showing me up. Made me doubt them, but I should have known that they were going to be able to get that first down. He saw that hole get blocked up. He just did a sidestep and was able to pick up 4 or 5 yards on that play to pick up the first down.
The overload of the DBs on that left-hand side of the offensive line does nothing. Sunseri comes up with another reception, picks up 6.
This is a great job by Madison right now. They're not going down the field. The only big play they've had so far was that first run play by Vicarian. But picking up 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards each play, every 2 to 3 plays, they're always going to have a first down. It's going to make it easy for them to get into the end zone.
A lot more of these heavy looks here from Madison. This time a screenplay left side, and there's Vakarian turning on the afterburners to get past the line again, and another Madison first down.
And look at that stat line right there for McCall. 139 yards, 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter alone. McCall has had 2 touchdowns in the first 6 weeks of this season so far.
Tight end look. This might be the final play of the first quarter. 2-step drop pass left side. Try to go back shoulder on the tight end. Unable to haul it in with Sean Baker. He's up second down.
And that was just the first errant throw by Switch Thumper there. It was actually the first play on offense for them that really hasn't gone their way. Hopefully that this isn't a trend for them.
Still no sign of Lewis, who went down on the return to begin the drive. Get an update soon, maybe coming out of the quarter break. Deep shot near side, bobbled and dropped by Beasley. Had it, was surrounded by 3, couldn't haul it in.
Oh, Beasley, if it touches your hands, you gotta catch it, my man. But there was great coverage there by 3. You said it before, 3 Ottawa Cavalry. So just great defense there to make sure that they couldn't get that big play, forcing a 3rd and 10.
So I've been teasing it and teasing it and teasing it for so long. This will be the final play of the first quarter. Fingers crossed. 4 wide receivers, 5-step drop. Thumper looks near side, caught, but 2 yards before the line to gain. Excellent tack by Devontae Moore. That'll bring up 4th down and the end of the first quarter. It's the Cavalry on top here at home. 14-7 over the Madison Lynx, who are still in the hunt for the playoffs. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Oh, Canada. Welcome back to Ottawa. Here in Canada, the Cavalry on top, 14-7. Tyler Falk alongside Mickey Malillo here in the booth. Happy you could join us this Saturday evening. An odd Saturday evening minor league action coming to you. Usually we're on Fridays, but a little bit of a slight adjustment. It's a Saturday spectacular as the punt will matriculate its way into the end zone, down for a touchback. So Ottawa will start their next possession from their own 20-yard line.
Now, right now, Ottawa's offense has been looking legendary this entire game. Each drive, getting in the end zone, putting 7 on the board. Let's see if they can keep that up, because that's what they need to do if they want to beat Madison here.
Wideouts left. Here is McCall looking middle. That is caught. Good little hop there over the middle to fight off defenders. That was Abad Ruiz, the second tight end for Cavalry. Picks up 6.
That was a great job. Once again, Ottawa's offense is just doing what they have to do. Just keep on going. They're kind of taking Madison's game plan. They don't have to get the big plays, but 5, 6, 7 yards, they're going to keep on getting first downs.
Shifts in the direction of the 2 tight ends near side of your picture. Handoff in that direction, and that was a good defensive adjustment as Salmons could not get past the linebacker.
That was DJ Woods there, doing a great job being able to read that play to hold Salmons to just 1 yard. Keeping his 3rd and 3. Let's see if Ottawa can convert here.
3rd and short. They come out in a shotgun package. 2 wideouts left. 2 tight ends on the line to the right. McCall comes out of the backfield. Finds Salmons for first down yardage and more up to the 34.
That was pretty much the same play they did before for Salmons to get his touchdown. Now, a little swing route. This was actually more of a kind of a slant route to the outside for Salmons instead of an actual swing. But he did a good job turning around, one-handing, catching that ball, and being able to turn up the field and know exactly where that first down marker is.
Down marker flips back over to 1. They're set for another few plays here for the Cavalry from the 34-yard line. Offset single back behind McCall. Will go to Salmons up the middle, and Salmons like a salmon upstream, just slithering his way and weaving his way through the line for a gain of 8.
And Salmon just going right up the gut there, just finding a little bit of a hole. That just the offensive line and the defensive line was doing their job, but Salmon's found a way. You said it, slither right in and was able to pick up 8 yards on that play.
This offense, which has more or less been stagnant for most of this season, has finally found its feet. Or so it would seem. 2nd and 2 from the 42. Again, they go with Salmons up the gut. He falls forward. Does not get a Canadian hello. He'll be stopped about half a yard shy of the sticks.
Looks close there, Tyler, but the zebra's on the field, or I'm sorry, we're up in Canada. The zebra's on the field up there. They actually have a better angle than we do.
Wonder if the defensive lineman, Zebra or Zebra, Beneducci here for Madison has some words for us later as we go again, 3rd and inches. Pass over the middle from McCall. He finds another man. It's Iniguez, who's been the main target in these clutch scenarios. And again, they will convert on 3rd down.
Iniguez right here just doing a great job. A post route over the middle. He knew he was going to get hit, so he just secured that ball. You saw the stat pop up right at the end of that play. There it is right there. 3 receptions for 44 yards. He is averaging over 10 yards a catch right now.
The leading receiver in the game so far for both clubs. Now from Madison's 37-yard line, they go to Salmons up the gut. And Salmons goes maybe for about 3 yards as we get an update on Lewis. Oh, no. He's out for the rest of the game, partner, and that could be a potential turning point in Madison's playoff hopes.
Madison right now, they can clinch today. If they win, San Jose wins, and Albuquerque wins, Madison secures a spot in the playoffs, but without Lewis, it's going to be a difficult road to win this game.
All looks to throw, trying to find Salmons out of the backfield, who tried to spin out of the tackle, but could not. Ulysses Yale comes up with a stop at the line of scrimmage, they'll say, and 3rd down again is on the docket here for Ottawa.
This is the only 3rd and long play we've seen from Ottawa. They were able to convert earlier in this drive. Let's see if they could do it again here. They're just on the edge of field goal range.
Outside DBs back off, expecting a deep throw. They're trying to float it over the middle. It's caught again! Mihara! Another catch, another drive, which goes into the red zone for Ottawa.
Mihara stretching out. That ball was touching his fingertips. He reached out. He knew he had to get that, and he got it. Kept this drive alive. They're in the red zone. Ottawa is not looking like the Ottawa of the past 6 weeks. They are looking like some other team here.
They have completely caught Madison on the back foot at the moment. This first half for this offense has been spectacular. Little float over the middle, and, well, just like that, incomplete. Abad Ruiz could not call in the quick hitter as he was immediately met by DJ Woods. Late.
Oh, that was a good defense by DJ Woods, being able to see the tight end coming over the middle. He just came up, he hit him right as the ball was getting to his hands, just forcing it right out of the possession. And look at that rating by McCall right now, 154.9. Amazing for him today.
Couple incompletions, the only blemish on his record this evening. Handoff, Sam is trying to push the pile. Only get up about maybe 3 yards. He's brought down by Aminu. It brings up another 3rd down, which Ottawa have been perfect on this evening.
Ottawa's doing a great job. Whatever their play calling is, whatever they did this week, let's look at them for week 8. Let's at least put 1 in the win column for them this year.
Wideouts, 3rd and 7 from the 14. 3-3 nickel here from Madison. McCall under pressure. He's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. Nothing he could do about it. And they'll get him off the field on downs.
And that was the outside linebacker coming in, Joseph Lama, the two-way player out of Portland. Big sack there to prevent Ottawa from getting in the end zone. But now there's a chance for them to still put 3 points on the board as Eric Jacobson comes in for the field goal.
So the Llama gets some hay, gets a sack. And out brings the kicking unit here for the Cavalry. Jacobson's kick is up. It is no good. He pushed it right. Oh, and everything that had been going right for the Cavalry up to this point all of a sudden goes off beast.
The snap was good. The hold was good. Everything looked good. I don't know. Maybe it was this minor league player. I know it's week 6. Maybe just the fact that they're in the lead and they could extend the lead. Just the nerves got to him and he just pushed it a little bit to the right.
Since we are in Canada, off-piste, a little bit of an old English term for you, means wayward. Our eye look here as Madison take over after the missed field goal. That's a pickup of about 5 yards from the tailback Vakarian. He has been a lightning rod here tonight, averaging close to 10 yards a carry.
Vakarian just doing a great job, but that was some hit by the strong safety of Ottawa, J.J. Winfield, stepping up from his spot to put a slamming on Vakarian during that run.
4 wide, 3 off the right. Here for Thumper. He's going to eventually look out of the backfield, and there's Vakarian, but Vakarian can only get back up to the line of scrimmage as on the pursuit again was Devontae Moore.
Devontae Moore, this safety's here for this Ottawa defense are doing a great job preventing from anybody to get behind them. Just that one run by Vakarian, but everything else has been well in front of him, being able to hold them to just short yardage.
Will they be able to convert on this third down? Was unable to on the last drive. Ended in a punt. Thumper, deep shot, middle into coverage, incomplete. Matt Ryan. The two-way player out of Charleston gets in front of Ron Haynes, the two-way player out of Florida, and that brings an end to the drive.
If you get two-way players, is that a 4-way player situation you got there, Tyler?
I mean, if the math is right, if the math is sound, I'm inclined to agree with you. It's just like in your neck of the woods there, partner. If a tree falls in a forest with Sasquatches, does it hit the Sasquatch on the head? As we begin the return here, trying to make a little nifty move there for the Cavalry. Ryan Davis is up to the 29-yard line. Back to my question, partner.
So to answer your question, no, it will not hit the Sasquatch in the head because they are so legendary, they'll hear the branch falling and catch it and throw it away from them.
Interesting. We'll see what happens week 1 of season 21 at the SFL convention, which we'll touch on here in just a moment's time. 2 tight ends, meanwhile, here to begin the drive here for the Cavalry. Call will look to throw here on first down, looking for a wide open man, which quickly become an unopened man as Mike Bird flew in there and swatted that one away. To the SFL convention. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th through the 30th for season 21's kickoff weekend and a certain Minnesota-Indianapolis rivalry as well. For room reservation details in the weekend schedule, see the Convention Alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast, and some, if not a whole bunch, have already sold out. Reserve your special group rate today. We'll see you there. Me and Mickey sure will.
Absolutely, and I will say to all the minor league players there, if you get the opportunity, do go to the convention. I did after my first year, and it was a fantastic time.
Out row left side, led a little bit too far, was McGee, incomplete pass, but I have to say, having been to the last few conventions since I've joined the league, the Houston convention, hung out with Mike St. Green at his place and had some absolutely delicious food and drinks and got to meet a whole bunch of the guys and gals for the first time. Then over in Las Vegas, what a spectacular show that was. Now we're in Cincinnati. Cannot wait to see so many old and new faces of the SFL. And that third down, read expertly by Carmichael. Nearly picked that one away, but it's a quick 3 and out for Ottawa.
And that's the first 3 and out for Ottawa there. Just great job. You said it. Just a great job by Carmichael to read the ball and just jump the route to be able to knock it away. And do got to give a little bit of a shout out to Roscoe Jennings that's in the chat right now saying that he loves the commentary tonight.
Thank you, Roscoe, for the comment and also for the $1.99 here tonight, helping the SFL out as much as he wishes to. Appreciate you. And even though We appreciate monetary donations. The most you really have to do is just watch and listen to these games. But if you like us, leave us a comment, leave us a like, maybe even subscribe to the SFL YouTube channel if you be so inclined. But appreciate you, Roscoe. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight and later down the line, wherever you might be listening or watching us from. 1st and 10 now here for the Madison Lynx. They are down by 7. 45 left to go here in the half. Start on their own 37. Wide outs, 2 tight ends. Active passes, Thumper throws off his back foot on the run, and well, he tried to make the best of a bad situation as the pocket collapsed around him, but the floater pass to the tailback Salmons goes backwards. Excuse me, that's Karian, as the cavalry swarmed in the backfield. A nice little charge.
And that was a great job by Thronberg there, the outside linebacker. He was in the backfield getting blocked by one of the linemen, and he saw the pass go behind him, was able to turn around and be able to tackle Vicarian for that 4-yard loss.
14. Little stretch play as the defense tried to bait on the quarterback. Trying to get a read on him, but it was very well covered on the edge by Kippa Jones. Had Kippa not been there, Vicarian would have had another big game.
Now, we've talked a lot about the Ottawa offense firing on all cylinders this game, but the defense is doing the exact same thing. That first drive, yeah, they let Vicarian go, but ever since then, they have not let Madison get any big plays.
Yet this bump coverage continues to throw a wrench into Madison's plans. Under pressure was the quarterback Thumper, and he threw quickly out to his left-hand side, but could not connect with Williamson. That injury for Lewis has really gotten this offense out of sorts.
Oh, absolutely, but the defense by Ottawa, I couldn't get the number on that defensive lineman, but was just able to jump over the Madison offensive line to try to get the switch Thumper, and almost did there.
Ottawa possibly sending some pressure here. In fact, they do. Punter barely gets it away. Pete Ellis, couple of sweat beads on the back of his neck after that little special teams play from Ottawa, and the return gets up to the 31-yard line. And things are going well here in week 7 for teams on the other side of the standings. It's the top 4 versus the bottom 4, and Tacoma right now has a 1-point lead over Lincoln, 17-16, as that game reconvenes in the 3rd quarter. 3 wide receivers. McCall all alone in the backfield. He's going to chuck it near side into coverage. Again, Carmichael is there, and again, he can't bring it in. But the deflections, which continue to haunt Ottawa's passing attack late on in the 2nd quarter, continuing to bring fruition to the defensive struggle which we find ourselves in.
The defense is just starting to step up for Madison here. I don't think it's anything that McCall is doing on his side. He's throwing these balls great. It's Madison's defense that's stepping up and able to read him a little bit better now that they've seen him for most of the first half of this game.
Another deep shot, another deep pass. This one again knocked away by someone other than Carmichael. It's Mike Bird who tips it away at the first time of action.
Mike Bird has just been flying all over the field. He's seeing that ball go left, right, short, long, and he's always there to be able to try to swat it away.
Well, it's 3rd and 10 after Ottawa had been perfect on 3rd downs. A sack inside the red zone on a couple drives ago has quickly turned their helping hand into a hindrance, or they get right back on the horse this time around as Mihara hauls that one in for a 10-yard pickup, and finally a first down for Ottawa's offense.
And that's what McCall does. He leaned on the only two-way player they have on offense there, Azami Mahara, and was able to just be able to rely on him to get the first down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Ottawa with the football and the lead. It's 14-7. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League right here on SFL YouTube. So there's 2 minutes to go here from Ottawa here in the first half. Lead by 7 over the Madison Lynx. Call looking for the out route left side. That is caught for a gain of 6 at their 48-yard line. Taken out of bounds right there by Rowe the third on the sideline. Liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership so we can see Mihata come away with another first down catch to Madison's 41-yard line.
Yeah, Mihata right now, he's just been all over the field doing what they got to do in this 2-minute drill. And I do want to say, just like Tyler said, smash that like button just like Minnesota is going to smash Indy in week 1.
Other way around. We'll just run right over you as the passing attack for Ottawa continues, and it nearly gets taken away again. Deep passes for Ottawa, if they're on the sidelines, just have not been working.
No, Roscoe Jennings there just doing his job defending and being able to swat that ball away. I said it earlier in the broadcast. Ottawa has been doing great on these 5, 6, 7-yard passes. They got to stick with that because every 2 plays they're going to get a first down. These long passes down the field is just not for them.
Middle of the field has seemingly been the bread and butter for Ottawa to move the football down the field. 2nd and 10. They again attack the middle, and again they find Mihata, and they pick up 8 yards. And it's 3rd and short as they hustle back to the line. Under a minute to go. Still all 3 timeouts here for the Cavalry. 3 wide again. McCall's going to look to throw again. Looking over the middle on a nice little in route that is caught. First down yardage for McGee, and they call a timeout.
A little bit of pushing and shoving there at the end of that play on both sides by the offensive and defensive linemen. But this is a great job by Ottawa. I don't think I've seen Ottawa's offense do this in a 2-minute drill at all this season. They're just doing a great job. Everybody's communicating, everybody knows exactly what they got to do, and everybody's producing on that side of the ball.
So we come back to the line after the timeout. Madison's 28-yard line. Here come the Cavalry offense again. Pocket was collapsing, but McCall does well enough to sit in there and find Iniguez for a 9-yard gain.
These out routes by the Ottawa receivers are just outstanding. They're able to plant their foot, go right to the sideline, and McCall is doing his job and getting the ball to the receivers. I think there was only 1 pass that was overthrown and out of bounds, but every other time on those out routes, these receivers have been catching the ball and picking up great yards.
Tight ends left on the line, 2 wideouts right, and then one of the linemen jumps offside here for the Lynx. 3 play here for the Cavalry, and they'll pick up more than 5 yards on the swing pass to Salmons. One of our first calls from R62 tonight indeed confirms that a star of the defense, Ricky Phillips, did indeed jump off sides. He was looking for an SFLm leading 6 sack. Just got a little bit too jumpy.
Now this is a great position for Ottawa here. They can turn around. I know Jacobson missed a field goal before, but now he's a little bit further in. He's got those nerves and he shook them off. Put 3 more points on the board. They go up by 10 going into halftime if they cannot get in the end zone here.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, just over half a minute to go here in the half. Pass near side, and Iniguez calls it in and then tumbles out of bounds. A pickup of 4 here for the Cavalry. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 9.
And it's a great job by Iniguez there, being able to get out of bounds there, saving a timeout, saving some clock to try and put more than 3 on the board.
That play took off only about 3 seconds as the clock remains held at 29 as McCall looks to throw. Left side, Salmons spins away from one, leads forward to the 2-yard line, and Ottawa called their 2nd timeout. Oh, Ottawa's getting even closer to the end zone.
Oh, Salmons right there, being able to shimmy, shake, and spin his way to that first down. Don't be surprised here if Salmons gets that ball again. I want to say that we're going to see that swing route just like we did on the other side of the field in the first quarter.
You know what's one play we haven't seen tonight, partner? It's the QB sneak. That would be a perfect play to go to here in a short 2-yard situation. 2 wide receivers left. They will go to throw. McCall, left side, caught, touchdown. He not only doubles his tally tonight, but his second touchdown of the ball game doubles his season total.
What a job by Ottawa. I can't pick out one player right now that is a star on this offense right now. Everybody is doing their job. Mihad is catching the ball in clutch situations. Iniguez and McGee being able to catch the ball in those out routes. McCall being able to see everyone. And Salmons just being able to run the ball, pick up the first down, catch the ball, pick up the first down. Everybody on this Ottawa offense is doing their job.
Now, I thought he doubled his tally on that play. It was actually the last touchdown he did. 3 passing touchdowns from McCall tonight. An absolutely barnstorming game for the quarterback in a game which they're just playing spoiler to Madison. And meanwhile, Madison, partner, usually they keep games close. 4 of their 6 games have been decided by 1 score. They're 3-1 in those scores, in those score lines. They're now down by 2 scores.
I don't know if Madison's been down by this much at all this season so far. This is a very interesting game. Ottawa is not going to be lying down for Madison here.
Here comes the return here from Madison. That is Chris Sunsery deputizing for Dylan Lewis, who, if you missed it, got injured late in the first quarter on a return similar to that one and is out the rest of the game. So Madison down to 2 contracted wide receivers at the moment and have only 14 seconds to go. 74 yards to hit pay dirt. They're actually going to run it here. They're trying to go through the middle with the run game, and Vakarian and just hasn't gone anywhere, and the clock is going to run out on half. It is 21-7. The Cavalry with the 2-score lead, partner. This is unthinkable, unimaginable compared to what we've seen on paper.
Oh, absolutely. I turned around, and when I heard that I had this game, I know I broadcast an Ottawa game earlier, and their offense was just struggling. It's great to see that their offense is just firing on all cylinders. And I've said it 3 times already, but it's the absolute truth. They are doing everything right so far this ball game.
Well, good news for the Lynx and the Lynx fans. They get the ball to start the second half to try and make something happen. As the return here from Sunsery gets all the way up to the 28-yard line, and that is where their next drive will start, their first drive of the second half. And down by 14, nothing's impossible. Madison has come back from worse. They have won from worse. They need to start building a drive, building a comeback here on this drive. Thumper under center with an eye set behind him. They'll try to run up the middle with Vakarian. Vakarian. Be a gain of 5. He's brought down at the 33. Right around 65 yards. And that average, which was right around 10 early on in the ball game, is now dwindled to about 7.
And most of those yardage he got was on the first play from scrimmage from Madison, which was that big run that he had.
Opening drive play for the Lynx, which flipped the field over 30 yards on that first initial play, and the pass over the middle. Oh, Curtis Walker wants that one back. It was wide open, and Thumper put it in perfectly, but the hit jars the ball free.
Roy Towers there on that hit, just doing a great job on defense, being able to read the quarterback's eyes, seeing the receiver, and being able to hit him right as the ball was getting to receiver, so he could not possess the ball.
Walker right now playing the slot receiver on the left-hand side. Here on 3rd down. Thumper, 5-step drop over the middle. That is caught behind the defense. Here goes the tight end, Ron Haynes. Ron Haynes is gone. 67 yards for Ron Haynes. And there's the comeback starter.
And that's exactly what Madison needed to be able to switch this momentum. Everything was going Ottawa's way. Madison needed that one big play, and Ron Haynes right there running down the field, being able to throw off that defender, make him miss the tackle, and just rumble and bumble all the way down the field to pick up 6.
Just when you think he's gone, check your t-shirt tags and you might find Haynes right over the back of you. And he is gone for 6 points. as Madison looks to chip into this lead. It is now only an 8-point spread between the two clubs, coming quick out of the halftime break. Out comes the kicker, Alex Johansson, try and tack home the extra point. Eye snap is corralled by Michael Mitchell, backup quarterback. Kick is up and good from Johansson, and it's 21-14. Ottawa still have that 7-point advantage.
Going to be interesting how Ottawa responds to that big play here. They've always struggled this season being able to come back after a big play. If they can come back and they can strike here and keep it up by 2 scores, Ottawa is going to keep their momentum on their side.
We're underway once again here from Ottawa. Here comes the return here from the Cavalry and Ryan Davis, who tries to shake and bait his way from the 22. He'll find a couple extra up to the 24-yard line. Out comes Ottawa for their first drive of the half. Can they respond to Madison's opening bombshell of the second half?
That's going to be the telltale story of the rest of this game.
10 here for the Cavalry. 5 starts on the 24-yard line, 2 wideouts in the formation. It'll just be a swing pass near side here for Salmons, and he is ushered out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A pickup of 3 from the Cavalry as Rowe makes the tackle.
Yeah, it was just a great catch there to swing past the Salmons. It was working all game in the first half. It looks like the Lynx may have been able to figure it out and know when they're going to run that, because they're starting to cover that pretty well to hold them to only 3 yards this time. Usually it goes for about 5 to 7.
Back ace look here from Cavalry. 2-step drop here from McCall. Now looks over the middle, and there's Mihara, who gets clothesline at the 42-yard line and holds on to the football. 1st and 10 Cavalry.
Xavier Rowe there just coming in from that cornerback spot, placing a big hit on Mihara. Oh, I'm surprised Mihara got up after that one.
You and me both, partner. He's going to feel that one into next week after that hit. What a hit. 1st and 10 now after the pitch and catch to Mihara. And they'll try and look for a pass. Another swing pass right side for Salmons, and Salmons is stapled to the turf by Lama. The Lama continuing to just be a monster out there. Llamas are known for long necks, but I guess here in the SFLm, he's also known for some pretty nasty hits.
Well, Joseph Ramalama Ding Dong right there has Salmon's number. He was in on the last swing pass, and he was in on a tackle on this swing pass too.
We're turning into a zoo here in the SFLm. We got llamas, salmons, and zebras here in this football game. And birds. Mike Bird as well making a play as well. What is going on here tonight?
Well, it's the cavalry. When the cavalry come, they come on horses, so they might as well have all the animals on the field.
Well, might as well get a big old bolt just in case to house them all in as we bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 7 now here for the Cavalry. Can they jump on their horse and convert another 3rd down? 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. From the 45-yard line, 5-step drop here from McCall. Pumps once, looking for the screen pass right side for Salmons. It gets set up perfectly. The pump fake works to perfection to allow the lineman to get out there in time. And the run down the sideline for Salmons gets across midfield to the 35.
Salmons right there may have done the run, but you have to give credit to the entire right side of the line for Ottawa. They were able to pull and get out there to put on the blocks. If they weren't out there, Salmons was going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but because they were there to get those initial blocks, Salmons was able to bring it onto Madison's side of the field.
That was picture perfect screenplay work there from the Cavalry as they now go more traditional, run up the middle, but it's plugged up at the line of scrimmage. DJ Woods combines with Joseph Lama at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
I think Madison went into the locker room and told Joseph Lama, keep your eye on Salmons. Every time he's touched the ball so far this drive, Joseph Lama has been in on the tackle.
Other 2 tight end, 2 wide out set. This time on second down. They'll again try and run, and again, Salmons meets Lama, and the Lama nibbles off another piece of Salmons. This time only 2 yards on the pickup.
I'm not sure if we're watching football or Animal Planet right now with all these names.
I mean, they got the Puppy Bowl and the Kitten halftime show, but I don't know what you call this. Backyard, barnyard brawl? BBB?
Barnyard football right there.
All right, start marketing. Pass over the middle, caught first down. Good pitch and catch to keep the drive alive. Riddick Knutson comes away with the reception, and that keeps Ottawa's offense on the field.
Great job by the backup tight end right there to be able to get that first down, giving Mihada and Ruiz a little bit of a break and giving Knutson a little bit of a time in the spotlight here on the last 2 games of the season for them.
Run up the gut, Salmons. Only a yard on the play. This time it's Woods. Comes away with the tackle.
And we haven't called DJ Woods' name. He's returning from last season here from Madison. He's definitely been a high producer for this Madison defense.
Bunch set off to McCall's right side in the form of 3 wide receivers. McCall, 5-step drop, looks near side. Defender had the right idea, but Salmons comes up with a catch. Woods comes around, and like you said, a high motor, high production. Woods on another tackle.
And that defender that was in the backfield that had a shot at that ball, once again, was Joseph Lama. He is shadowing Salmons right now. Left side, right side. Wherever Lama is, wherever Salmons is, you're seeing Lama.
Wide. Call looking for a short pickup. Pass over the middle on the underneath route is a catch to Iniguez, but Iniguez can't turn up field in time. Tackled at the 17-yard line. And now a question comes arise. Eric Jacobson missed a field goal earlier from about a similar distance. Does he get his retribution here tonight?
The field goal from the other side of the field was at 37 yards. This one's going to be about 33. So he only pushed it a little bit to the right. As long as he could shake off that last kick, he should be fine.
He has to kick it a little bit to the right from the left hash mark. It's up and it's good. This one splits the uprights. And it adds 3 points to Ottawa's tally. It's now a 10-score ball game, 24-14 Cavalry in the lead. Have you ever wanted to be the play-by-play or analyst broadcaster on an SFL live game? The SFL is looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for the minor league season and ahead of season 21's kickoff in July. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call, like me and Vicky Malillo here in the booth tonight.
And I do remember my first broadcast with you, Tyler.
I was there.
You were there. It was definitely nerve-wracking, but after a few broadcasts and getting my feet wet with all this, I think I've come a long way.
I do believe you have, partner. It's good to hear how much we've improved, and that's all we can ask for. As the handoff up the middle to Vakarian gains about 5, and back to broadcasting. It's not easy as it looks or sounds, for that matter. But all here to learn. We're all here to have fun and improve our craft together. So if any one of you out there have any second guesses, like I don't know, my voice will be good. Never know until you try. Come on board. Visit SFL simulationfl/broadcasting to learn more. Pass, deep shot, great deflection from Kippa Jones. Incomplete. Just a little bit more touch from Thumper when we might have been talking touchdown.
Oh, absolutely. Kippa Jones right there. Just stride for stride with the receiver. Turned over his shoulder right at the perfect time to put up his hand and swat that ball away.
Third down upcoming here from Madison. Their 29-yard line, under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Handoff. It's a weird run, a rare run. Try to catch the defense off guard, but the Cavalry were having none of it as Knack Lawrence comes away with the tackle, and it's 4th down.
You don't see many counters here in the SFL, and that's what they tried to do there with Vicarian. Again, Vicarian has been just a great job on the ground, but Ottawa's defense is stepping up and able to hold him, and that's what they did here to be able to get the ball back.
Here comes Pete Ellis, who nearly had a punt blocked on the last time he was out here. This time, Ottawa's elected to play more of the coverage aspect of the return, and it's a nice catch. Short little return up to the 36-yard line. And now Ottawa gets a chance to extend their lead again.
This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast. As long as Ottawa can maintain their lead, they're going to put one in the win column. And they're doing a great job here. Up by 10, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. As long as they can maintain this production, they're going to be fine for the rest of this ballgame.
3 wideouts. Here comes McCall. Blitz coming as he gets it away to Salmon's near side. Salmon's trying to run to the sideline, but is taken down after a pickup of 5 on the swing pass by Xavier Rowe III.
And Salmon's right now, again, he has been the main player for Ottawa. As much as McCall's doing a great job getting to all receivers, Salmon is able to pick up those 3 to 5 yards every time he touches the ball.
Give credit to Rowe there. He's done an excellent job on the sidelines, as it'll be another flag. And unfortunately for Ricky Phillips, who said in chat he hasn't done that since the first game of the season, has now done it twice here in week 7.
And what's even more unfortunate is that that's going to give the Cavalry a first down.
Or at least close to it. Never know with these 5-yard pickups. Sometimes you're a little bit more than 5 yards, sometimes you're a little bit less. Let's see where they mark it. In fact, it will be short. 2nd and inches coming up after the penalty.
They must not be using the U.S. metric system, but using the Canadian metric system.
It would be meters at that point. I think a few meters and it would already be gone. 5 meters, that's close to like 10 yards. Pass interception. There's our first time. Roscoe Jenkins. There's a little bit of karma for you. He compliments our broadcasting style. He chips in a $1.99, and all of a sudden, he's coming up with a pick.
Oh, no, great job by Jenkins right there. He was looking at McCall the whole time, watching where he was looking, and was just able to sneak in front of the receiver to get that ball for the interception.
How about that? That's the good kind of karma we like to see. And it brings up a first down here for the Madison offense. Bunch set near side. 2-step drop from Thumper. Has to dump it under short. What was that? I'm sorry, Joe Beasley, but that was awkward.
Oh, Joe. Joe, my man, if it touches your hands, you've got to catch it. Nobody touched you. Nobody was around you. Even if you probably heard the footsteps coming, but even if that happens, you've got to catch that ball. 3 yards is better than no yards.
Well, he's got some time to think it over. Got some time now on the sideline to maybe go to the jugs machine. Working on a little bit. Won't happen all the time, buddy. You'll get your next one. Passed over the middle. Cod looking for the first down, and they'll give it to him. Good little extra effort from Curtis Walker, the backup wide receiver. Check that. That's not Walker. That's Sean Baker, the tight end, coming up and being all burly in the middle of the field.
It looked like he might have been a little bit short, but it doesn't look like that Ottawa's going to throw the flag. But again, Canadian measuring system gave him the first down.
That's the imperial system
Oh,
they
don't
use here in Canada.
don't get technical with me.
I'll be technical, Mr. I am a legend, Mr. I'm a Sasquatch. I'm a fantastical little beast with some hair all over him. It's not as rambly, not as sufficient, not as stable as a rambler.
No, but everybody knows a Sasquatch, and it took 2 full seasons to find out exactly what a rambler was.
2nd and 9. We're going to have words at the SFL convention in Cincinnati, but who else will have words? The Cavalry defense does. Getting home hard is Ralph Leopold. It's a swing. It's a hit. It's a homer and a sack.
Oh, big job there by Leopold. After that interception, the one thing they needed to do was hold Madison to a 3 and out, and it's possible here. Madison's at midfield, 3rd and third of the field right now. They got to hold him here. They want the ball back.
Trips off the Thumper's right, third and long, hit as he throws, it is caught in coverage! Sunseri with an excellent grab, moves the chains for Madison!
Oh, Sunseri right there was covered all day long. He looked like a book cover made out of a paper bag like you had in middle school. But he was able to get around that cover and be able to catch that ball over the head of the defender, Kippa Jones.
Unbelievable reception from Sunseri. Just took it away from Jones. That doesn't even begin to describe what a grab that was. 1st and 10, Madison. Another pass near side. He picks up back-to-back receptions. This time goes for 5, and it's a little bit more of a routine play for Sunseri.
Sunseri's doing a great job stepping in for the injured Dylan Lewis here. He took over return duties. He's take over for the number 1 receiving duties. He started out slow after Lewis got hurt, but now he's just coming into his own and showing why he should be a wide receiver 1.
Last knockings of the third quarter. Hand up the middle, and nothing doing. Vakarian double teamed at the line of scrimmage. Did well to get back up maybe a yard. Wellbrock Bussy there in on the stop amongst others.
Yeah, including defensive end Snack Lawrence was in on that tackle too with Wellbrook Bussy.
3rd and 4. Maybe the final play before the end of the quarter. Shotgun look, Thumper will look to throw. Clock hits 000 of the quarter. Pass near side. Sunseri got it. They will give him forward progress, even though he went out of bounds behind the line to gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from inside the red zone when we come back to begin the fourth quarter. Get your 4s, 68s, 86s, and 12s up in chat. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League here on YouTube. Over to Curtis for our rights.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to Ottawa, Canada. Tyler Falk alongside Mickey Malillo here in the booth. What has really turned into a fantastic contest. 0-6 Ottawa, 24. 4-2 Madison, 14, but the Lynx have the ball and are driving. Pass, middle, caught, near the first down marker, trying to stretch his arms, and they will give it to Ron Haynes, who had the touchdown to begin the third quarter, comes up with the first catch of the fourth quarter, and picks up a first down.
That's big right there from Madison, being able to be in striking distance. Don't be surprised if they put the ball in the hands of Vakarian, who's been their main weapon this entire game.
Power O versus power defense. 1st and goal from the 3. They go with a run for Vakarian, and the Cavalry charge home in the backfield. A loss of 2.
Great job by the Cavalry front right there. Everybody just crowding the line of scrimmage. 8, 9 people in the box there. It's like they knew that Vakarian was going to get the ball. Getting the tackle for loss, pushing him back 2 yards.
Another short yardage situation. Goal line defense for Ottawa. Tight end flexed out left with 2 wide receivers. Here on 2nd and goal, blitz coming, pass near side, caught by the fullback, Robert Marshall, and going backwards again. It's a loss combined for the last 2 plays of 5 yards.
Dusty Kilbrew right there was on coverage, and he just stuck with his receiver. They had that press coverage, saw the ball getting thrown out to the sideline, and he just came up to get that 3-yard loss on that play.
3-2 dime look for Ottawa here on 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Quick hitter over the middle, one-handed attempt, incomplete. Looking for Victor Williamson, could not haul it in, and the defense bent and bent and bent, but did not break. And Madison will have to settle for a field goal.
That's a great job by the Cavalry defense right there. Madison was knocking on the door of the end zone, 1st and goal from the 2. And they just did their job, pushing them back, forcing them into a passing situation for that 3rd down play. Able to deflect that ball, and now Madison's only going to get 3 when they probably should have put 6 on the board.
If you missed it earlier, if you were wondering why Joe Beasley wasn't in that slot receiver location And why Williamson was there, that's due to the injury to Dylan Lewis, who remains out of this contest. And so the field goal from about 24 yards is up and good from Alex Johansson. And it gets Madison back to within a score. And we want to remind you that APM Music... Excuse me. It's been a while since I've done these ad reads. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. Explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Return there from Ottawa's Ryan Davis gets them all the way up to the 25-yard line, and now with Madison's defense back within a score. This is a feeling that they've had for almost all this season, being in these tight ball games. 4 of their 6 contests and now 5 of their 7 contests have been decided with one score between them and their opponents. Run up the middle for Salmons goes nowhere. Wood stops him after about a gain of a yard.
Keep an eye on Ottawa here. I got a feeling they're going to keep the ball on the ground to get as much time off the clock as they can. And any pass plays will be towards the middle of the field instead of the out routes that they've been doing all ball game.
Wide outs and 2 tight ends. McCall, 5-step drop pass, middle. First down yardage from Mihata. He has been hot tonight.
We should nickname him Mihata because you're right. He has been hot. He's been that clutch person that McCall can look to be able to pick up those long yardage situations.
Out from the 35-yard line. Bump coverage from the DBs on those 4 wide receivers. Quick drop, trying to find Mihata again, and does. Picks up 6 yards. The bump didn't work all that too well on Mihata.
Ottawa's doing a great job just running this clock right now. They've ran 3 plays so far and almost 2 minutes is off the clock. Madison's got to do something to stop this offense. Otherwise, they're not going to have enough time on the clock to get the ball back and score what they need.
They're trying to run out the clock by passing, which is very weird considering the kind of game that Salmons has had tonight. Pass, middle, top, 20 more yards. Inside the 35, down to the 32. Well, shut up, Mr. Broadcaster. Let them cook. Pass, middle, Henry McGee, first down and more.
That's the broadcast curse for you, Tyler. You turn around, you say something, and the team hears it, and they say, no, we'll show you.
So the passing game, getting them quickly into scoring position. They're just maybe on the outskirts of Jacobson's field goal range. Another 5-step drop, another pass to the middle. This one is incomplete. Bounces off the hands of the intended target, Abad Ruiz. Falls incomplete.
And that was the backup free safety, Joseph Vaughn, in on coverage. Just doing a great job being able to get there and knock the ball out of the receiver's hands.
Step 1 is complete for Lincoln. Lincoln have just taken down Tacoma in another great football game. 23-20, the final over there. If you're just joining us here in Canada, you're watching another good game. Calvary 0-6, up by 7 over the Madison Lynx. They are driving. Finally, the first run of the drive here for the Calvary. That's a gain of about 4 yards there from Salmons. He's brought down by Ricky Phillips. And so, as I mentioned, step 1 complete for Lincoln. If Lincoln, Lexington, Madison, there's one other team. Oh, yeah, that's right, Annapolis. Those teams all win tonight. Those 4 teams will have clinched a playoff spot. Pass middle, that one is cut. Another first down from Ottawa. Ottawa just trying to play spoiler for Madison tonight and maybe give a little bit of hope to Tacoma and maybe a little bit of hope to Albuquerque and San Jose as well.
Ottawa's doing a great job playing spoiler right now, being up essentially this entire ballgame. The only time that they did not have the lead was that opening kickoff and after Madison's first drive when it was tied.
Pass middle, nice little bunny hop there from the tight end Ruiz. That picks up 8 yards. Didn't really have to go up too high from that. His high stature of about 6'5" does plenty of the work for him.
I can't even jump 6'5".
One day, buddy. One day, buddy. We'll get you some stilts at the convention. That way you can get up to 6'5". See how most, or I shouldn't say most of the world, but a good portion of the world sees the world. As the run up the middle from Salmons gets enough yardage for a first down, and it's 1st and goal, Ottawa.
And once again, Ottawa has done a great job running time off the clock. They started this drive with about 9 minutes and 20 seconds. They have ran 4 minutes off this clock. Now, looking at the end zone, putting 6 on the board is going to make it very difficult for Madison to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit.
EB's back up all the way into the end zone, but it's a run, but unfortunately, it's a hat trick of offsides penalties on Ricky Phillips.
So I know a hat trick in hockey, we throw hats on the field. Does that mean we have to throw helmets at Ricky Phillips now because he got the hat trick of encroachment penalties?
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as a golden sombrero just yet, but maybe you're starting to throw, I don't know, soda pop cans or straws or something. Maybe the coach will throw a clipboard at him or something. No, I digress. It's now 1st and goal now from just inside the 4-yard line. McCall, swing pass near side. Salmons turning upfield. He walks it in. More passing touchdowns for Tyreek McCall. Had 2 coming into the ball game. What a fantastic performance tonight from the Ottawa quarterback.
Great job by McCall. 4 passing touchdowns. Majority of the points coming from his arm. But that pass to Salmons, I don't know what Madison was doing. There was nobody on the right side of the field where Salmons was. He just strolled into the end zone untouched.
Salmons didn't have a receiving touchdown in the entire season up until this point. Now has 2 on the evening. 4:42 to go. Calvary put up 30 points here tonight, which if you look at their season stats, they only had about 80 coming into tonight. Tonight has just been a poster game, a highlight reel game. If there's anything to take positives out of this season, tonight is definitely the most positive that Ottawa has ever been this season.
Ottawa started this game, I think you're right, about 83 points for the game. They were 8th, and now they put up 31 points. That's just amazing.
As the return gets to the 26-yard line, we want to also keep you informed that this summer you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com, search SFL, or go through the all-new league website at simulationfl.net. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Pass near side, good catch, turning upfield and just stepping out of bounds was Joe Beasley. He gets a catch, makes up for his blemishes early in the ball game, and picks up a Madison first down.
Yeah, just great catch there by Beasley. Oh, right there, he just steps out of bounds. Just couldn't keep his composure to turn it up the field. But just great job getting Madison this first down. They need these first downs there. They now have to quick strike. It's the only way they're going to be able to stay in this ball game.
4 wide here in the package. Here for Madison, they need a score and a score in a hurry. That pattern over the middle, and it's incomplete. Williamson has been his day at the office, partner. A couple passes to him, couple incompletions.
Yeah, unfortunately for Williamson. But again, you got to credit the Ottawa defense right there, just stepping up and being able to hit Williamson as the ball was getting to him, so he couldn't gain possession of the ball, I should say.
Other 4 wide receiver set. Thumper, nice little cannon near side. That is caught by Beasley. And Beasley hauls it in up to the 37. And back to the line they go in a hurry. Under 4:20 to go in the quarter. Other pass coming. Slants middle. That is caught by the 10 and quick turn up the field. It's good enough for another first down. Ron Haynes hauls it in inside the 20. They're in the red zone and back to the line they go. Thumper waits for the DBs to get set on the near side, looking to throw. Looks corner out near side. It is picked off at the 1 yard line. A huge pick by Roy Towers. And that puts Ottawa's offense on the field.
Oh, Roy Towers going up like the skyscraper that he is, being able to get that ball. Perfect timing for him to be able to get that interception. Pins him back close to their own goal line, but still takes the ball out of Madison's hands.
And even if the worst case scenario happens, which would probably be a safety, it's only 2 points instead of giving up 7. Great pick from Towers. Handoff up the middle. Salmons goes for about a couple. That'll give the quarterback and rest of the Cavalry a little bit more breathing room.
A little bit of breathing room. Get them to the 5 yard line. Again, clock is running. Madison was doing a great job on that offensive drive, just being able to get the ball, strike quick, get big yardage. But now they've lost the ball, and Ottawa's in control, and they're in control of that clock.
6 men on the line here for the Madison Lynx. 2nd and 8 from the 5. Call is going to wait as long as possible for handing off the football up to Salmons, who again finds his way through the defense, picks up a first down, a good little chunk play of about 12 yards.
Great job by Salmons there, keeping his feet moving, his legs going. He breaks at least one. Oh, he just sidesteps through the entire defensive line there, and he was able to drag 1, 2, 3 Lynx players get an extra couple of yards there to give him some more breathing room.
Says, excuse me, I'm going to slide through here. I'm picking up the first down, and at the moment, Ottawa, 14 points up, might just be this close. 2 minutes and 40 seconds away from their first win this season, and an upset, probably the upset of the season. Pass middle caught. Iniguez, 6-yard gain as Mike Bird comes up with the tackle. At the 23-yard line, clock will continue to run. More than likely run all the way down to the 2-minute warning, partner. As Madison still have all 3 timeouts, but quickly give me your 10-second spiel for what Madison has to do.
Madison just has to be able to get the ball back in their hands. They need a turnover right here, and they've got to have quick strikes. If not, this is going to be a legendary win for the Cavalry.
2 minutes to go, and I'll allow a legendary notion from Mr. Legendary himself. 17-31, Cavalry on top. Week 7 of the SFLm continues next. First slate of games wraps up with this. Can the Cavalry hold on? Blitz coming, stepping out right side, throws off his back foot. Ill-advised throw. He's lucky that's not picked up by Rowe. Rowe just got cheeky, I think, a little bit with it with one hand. 2 hands, that might have been a pick 6.
Rowe was wide open. That ball looked like it was thrown to him, and if he was able to catch that ball, that was the 6 points and the quick strike that Madison would have needed to keep them in this ball game. Looks like it was a little bit out of his reach there, but good defense by him to make sure that no red shirts could be able to pick up that ball.
What it does help, though, for Madison, is that's a free timeout. Clock stops with 1:55 to go. Now do Ottawa play it safe and run it. 3rd and 4 from their own 23-yard line. They will try and run it. Left side, Salmons, nothing doing, will lose a yard. And Madison calls a timeout with 1:52 to go. It's 4th down. Ottawa will have to punt. This game ain't over.
No, absolutely not. Again, Madison has to do, they're going to get the ball back probably about 1:45 when they start their first play. They're going to have to go big. They're going to have to go down. Sunseri has been great since Lewis went down. They're going to have to look to him as a substitute wide receiver 1 to be able to get in the end zone very quickly.
Punt is away. It's a decent punt just behind the 40-yard line. Getting over back across it is Sunseri, the aforementioned wide receiver. Now it's about a 58 yard differential between them and Paydirt to get one of 2 touchdowns needed to come back in this football game. Besides an ill-fated corner route in the last drive, the passing attack was clicking. And they get back into that groove. Changing up the play is Thumper, as the defense now sends a couple extra DBs on the line to the left. They will send a blitz. Pass middle, it is dropped. Hit probably had something to do with it, but Curtis Walker couldn't haul it in.
And that's actually a pretty good thing right there for Madison. That ball was thrown over the middle. Calvary was all over the receiver. He was most likely going to be tackled right in the middle of the field. They would either have to let the clock run or call a timeout to conserve their time.
Upper under center here on second down. Another blitz coming from Ottawa. Deep shot middle. It is picked again. Oh, taken away for the second time tonight. Ryan takes it away, and Ottawa might have just clinched their first victory.
I'm gonna bet my bottom dollar that was Matt Ryan right there, just getting in front of Ron Haynes, being able to go up and pick that ball off. Just great timing by him. Ill-fated throw there by Switch Thumper, but great job by Ottawa. I'm telling you, Tyler, when we started this broadcast, I did not think the game would turn out like this.
You and me both, partner. We saw the struggles that Ottawa's offense had through the entirety of the season. They're still going to look to throw a pass into triple coverage. Oh my goodness. Stop showing off, McCall. You've had a great game, but you got to keep holding the football. Mihata again on the other end. Spectacular performance from him as well tonight. Another first down. Madison called their second timeout, but geez Louise, boys. You've killed them already. You can lay off a bit on them. The game is over.
Where was this Tyreek McCall all season long? Previous games that I've seen him in, he just hasn't been this accurate, but be able to thread the needle between 3 links? Oh my god.
That's just rubbing salt into the wound tonight. First kneel down from McCall. Madison called their final timeout, and that's gonna just about do it. What a ball game from these Calvary. We just touched on it, and emphasizing the point was McCall and Mihata, but partner, walk us through this performance from this offense that we talked about all game long. We talked about pregame, just in the wrong places. Just the stat of the season. I'm gonna echo this. If you haven't been taking a look at the ticker provided by SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine, the passes to touchdown ratio or percentage for Tyreek McCall coming in tonight, not even 1%. 0.9% in general. He's got 4 touchdowns tonight. Just spectacular performance. Take it away, partner.
It was a great performance, and yes, it's been McCall, Mihata. Mihata's been, I mentioned it before, he's been that clutch performer that when they needed that first down with long yardage, he was the one that McCall looked to. But in reality, if you look at the names on the offense, everybody had a piece of this win. Henry McGee, great outside route runner, being able to pick up 7 yards every time he touched the ball. Ryan Davis picking up some big yardage there. Iniguez, we called his name a few times, and again, if I'm not saying your last name right, I apologize. I know how it feels. Abad Ruiz, just backup tight end to Mihata. When Mihata was out taking a breather, he'd come in, and make the big plays. Even backup, the third tight end on this team, Riddick Knutson, he came in and made a big play. Everybody on this team, on the offensive side of the ball, has turned around and produced for this win.
Not to mention the defensive backs as well, and a little bit of Ralph Leopold, the defensive tackle. It goes final. It's over. There's no more winless teams. A crooked number is hung in the win column for the Calvary, and they did it in emphatic fashion.
And you look at those stats right there, 402 yards. for Tyreek McCall. Outstanding game. 402 every 100 yards he passed the ball. Well, how long is the field? 100 yards. He threw a touchdown.
Just fantastic all game long by McCall. Let's talk about the defense just for a little bit. Well, Leopold with a crucial sack. Thornburg, Welbach, Bussy, and Dusty Kilbrew all coming away with nice little tackles, but it has to be said, the guys on the left side of the field, Roy Towers, Matt Ryan, arguably made the biggest contributions for this defense. Towers with a pick on the 1-yard line, and then Ryan to seal the game on the last offensive drive from Madison. Just a fantastic job all game long from Ottawa, but it has also kudos to Sunsery. Coming in as relief for Dylan Lewis, had that spectacular reception on the sidelines we just saw. He played extremely well. Kudos to him. Kudos to a bunch in all of the Madison Lynx. Just unfortunately outdone by a spectacularly coached Ottawa Cavalry side.
And let's talk about that for a moment. Great job by the coaching staff for the Cavalry. They decided to switch things up in their playbook for this week. They used the quarterback sneak heavily last week, and it just wasn't producing. This week, they decided to not use it once. Not once did they use the sneak, and they just produced. Tyreek McCall came out, instead of using his feet, used his arm, and I guarantee he's player of the game.
Take a look. It is McCall. 41 of 52, 402 yards, 4 touchdowns, 116.5 QBR. A fantastic game indeed. For my partner, Mickey Malillo, if I don't talk to you until then, partner, I'll see you at the convention. And of course, to our SFL commissioner, Cameron Irvine, who's also produced the game, thank you. And especially to all of you, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. More SFLm action coming later tonight, right here on the SFL YouTube channel. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, and if I don't see you until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.